Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're tackling an absolute classic hurdle for advanced English speakers, which is that super confusing overlap between two phrases that are so completely easy to mix up. If you've ever found yourself pausing mid-sentence, trying to figure out the exact right words to express your choices, well, you're definitely in the right place.
Okay, let's just dive right in and put you on the spot with an everyday scenario. Picture this. It's been a super long day, it's time to eat, and you have to make a decision. What are your exact choices? Are you throwing on an apron, or are you literally just picking up your phone to order takeout? It sounds like a pretty simple lifestyle question, right? But the way you answer it actually reveals a whole lot about your grasp of English fluency.
Section 1. The Advanced Grammar Dilemma.
So to solve this little dilemma, let's kick things off with rather than. The absolutely crucial point here is that this phrase is simply used to state a preference. Imagine you have two options sitting right in front of you and you just want to clearly say which one you like more. It's not about one option being impossible or off limits. It's really just about highlighting your favorite out of a lineup.
Section 2. Rather than stating preference. Let's look at a quick example. I prefer making dinner rather than eating out. See how we connect those two ideas, the act of making dinner and the act of eating out, using the phrase rather than? And because the whole entire point of this phrase is to express a preference, we're most likely going to pair it directly with the verb prefer. So I have my two choices, and my preference, clearly stated, is making dinner. Both options are still logically on the table. I'm just telling you my favorite.
And honestly, this brilliantly shows off your flexibility as an advanced speaker. Typically, you'd put rather than right in the middle to connect your two ideas. But actually, scratch that. You can completely move the phrase to the very beginning. Rather than ordering takeout, I prefer making dinner. It means the exact same thing, but it's such a fantastic way to mix up your conversational flow and sound incredibly natural.
Section 3. Instead of total substitution.
Okay, now here is where things get really interesting. The concept of the disappearing object. While rather than was all about preference, instead of is about hard, total substitution. You take one object or action and you replace it with something else. With substitution, one of your choices is going away entirely. It vanishes. Poof, leaving only the one that you actually chose.
Let's see how that works in practice. We made dinner instead of eating out. Notice the verb tense here? It's past simple, made, because this action is already totally complete. In this scenario, the choice to eat out goes away entirely. It just didn't happen. It was completely eliminated from reality, and we're left only with the firm reality that we made dinner. The other option is totally gone.
So let's put these two right head to head. Using rather than simply states a feeling of preference, meaning both the kitchen and the restaurant still exist as viable options in the speaker's mind. But using instead of states a hard substitution. The takeout option vanished completely. It was replaced. Understanding this subtle difference in feeling, that is exactly what takes your English from just good to truly advanced.
Section 4. The rules, gerunds and nouns. All right, here is the absolute golden rule you need to remember. 100% of the time you use a verb immediately after rather than or instead of, it absolutely has to be a gerund. That means it's your verb plus ing. You say rather than eating, not rather than eat. But wait, you have another option. You can completely skip verbs altogether and just cleanly connect two nouns. You aren't talking about the action of eating at all. You can simply say, I prefer pizza rather than spaghetti, noun to noun. It's clean, it's simple, and it works perfectly for both phrases.
Section 5. The standalone instead shortcut.
Picture this. Your friend specifically asks you, hey, did you have spaghetti last night? The context is already totally obvious. Because they just said the word spaghetti, you really don't need to be repetitive. You can drop that second noun entirely. You don't need to say instead of spaghetti. Simply cap off your sentence with the standalone word instead. You just say, no, we had pizza instead. It's sharp, it's efficient, and it completely prevents you from sounding robotic.
Section 6. Practice and fluency. To make absolutely sure this advanced sentence structure sticks, we've got a little homework challenge for you straight from our source material today. I want you to write out 4 practice sentences. Write 2 using instead of and 2 using rather than. Make sure you practice mixing it up too. Use gerunds for some and nouns for the others. And hey, don't forget, to further boost your fluency, you can head over to J Forest English's website to download their free speaking guide, which features 6 absolutely essential tips for speaking fluently and confidently. We've broken down the exact structural difference between a simple preference and a hard substitution, and we've explored the conversational shortcuts that native speakers rely on every single day. The grammar is officially no longer a mystery. So I'll leave you with this. The very next time you're offered a choice, will you just state a preference or will you completely substitute reality? Keep practicing, choose your words with precision, and keep building that incredible fluency.